So I discussed the possibility of this happening a couple of days ago, and it turns out that it looks like that's going to be the case. We might have to wait a little bit longer for the Nightclub update than we all originally planned. So this is an update to the original Nightclub leak that we actually got on the 18th of May, so we're about 10 days after, and this is the leak. So I heard about the Nightclub's update for Grand Theft Auto Online. Unfortunately, it's been pushed back to a later month. But the good news is it's a fairly big update. Heard something about how they took the content of 2 updates to put into this single one. So the Nightclub update looks like it has been delayed. Now, again, I use the term delayed pretty lightly here because it was never officially announced. So if something isn't officially announced, it really can't be delayed. But we were all expecting this update to come out in June. According to the prior leak, it was scheduled to come out in June. Now it looks like that is not going to be the case. Now, this update has not been pushed back a month. I don't want you guys to be confused here. The leak was it's been pushed back to a month later. So likely that means that it's been pushed to some other time in the summer. I would say July, August, or September. In case you guys don't know, the summer, season doesn't technically end until like the end of September. It doesn't end until September 22nd this year. So Rockstar still has a ton of time to get this Nightclub update out, because one thing they have confirmed is the tweet they put out, which is a clear hint for the nightclubs. So we know this update is going to be happening. It's just not going to be happening in the month of June. And that has led to a lot of different questions and scenarios, which we'll touch on in a little bit. Now, the good news here is that it's going to be a fairly big update, and it's going to be basically the content of 2 updates put into one. Now, this is exciting. So you would assume it would be big, if not bigger, than updates like Gun Running, Smuggler's Run, the Doomsday Heist. I mean, think about the vehicles from 2 updates in one. That's going to be about 20 to 30 cars, lots of new content, lots of new features. So when this update does come out, it's going to be a really big DLC, which is obviously exciting. So now let's talk about the different scenarios for June, because I'm not going to lie, it was lining up perfectly for Rockstar to release an update in the month of June. They were just about done with all the content from the current DLC, Southern San Andreas Super Sport Series, and it would have been perfect to wait a week or two, have the update come out. Independence Day is just a couple days later. Rockstar could have added content for that, but now that we know the update is not going to be coming out in June, what is going to be happening in June? So I see a couple different scenarios here. Number one, there could be no DLC at all. Now, while that would be disappointing, I can understand why Rockstar would do that, and let me explain. Number one, E3, the Electronic Entertainment Expo. So typically, Rockstar doesn't really care about this. In fact, last year, they uploaded Gun Running in the middle of the E3 conference. So they don't really care about that. But this year might be different because of Red Dead Redemption 2. I feel like there's a good chance this year Rockstar is going to show off something from that game, whether it's a new trailer, whether it's more details, whether it's the special editions of the game, and they might not want Red Dead hype and news to interfere with something like Grand Theft Auto Online update, or vice versa. They don't want them to kind of compete with each other for the news spotlight, especially with so many other games getting press and publicity. Now, this one I'm a little bit more skeptical of, but it's a massive real-life event, and that's the World Cup. So in case you guys don't know what the World Cup is, it's a massive soccer or football tournament that happens every 4 years, and it's called the World Cup for a reason. Literally, the entire world watches this as nations compete with each other. And you wouldn't think Rockstar would have to bend to something like that, like a real-life event, but you never know. The World Cup is massive, and it's something they might not want to compete with because they know so many people are going to be paying attention to it, and so many people are going to be watching it. Now, we should have actually seen this delay coming from a mile away, based off of what Rockstar actually did last week, where they didn't announce that they were going to be delaying content from this update. They delayed the Transform races by 1 week, and they also delayed the release of the final vehicle, the Dinka Jester Classic. We still don't know when this is going to be coming out, although it was supposed to come out last Tuesday, with the other 2 vehicles that released, the Rune Cheburek and the Lampadati Michele GT. So as disappointing as this is, I think there is a strong possibility that we do not get an update in the month of June, which would be super disappointing because, like I mentioned, the Southern San Andreas Super Sport Series update is sort of a filler DLC. For the most part, it really didn't add anything new. Just a bunch of new vehicles and a bunch of different race modes. But for the most part, it was all the same. You know, they were using the same stunt props. We're getting new Transform races. Transform races have been in the game for a while. We're getting new Special Vehicle races. Special Vehicle races have been in the game for a while. And some upgrades to modes we had really already had in the game. So it wasn't exactly a revolutionary DLC, but a lot of us were okay with this because we knew something big was likely going to happen in the summer. Well, it looks like for the first time, and I think the history of Grand Theft Auto Online, we might only get one update in the summer. And this might have to do with Rockstar releasing Red Dead Redemption 2 in October, or it might be completely unrelated. But going back to the leak, if the Nightclub update is 2 updates in one, then it is going to be massive. Like I said, it might include 20 or 30 vehicles, and it might be worth the wait, which of course would be awesome. Now that of course is just my speculation. There is a chance that an update could come out in the month of June. We just don't know what that theme might be. It might be another smaller update to get us to the Nightclub update, or it might be nothing at all. I mean, when I'm recording this video right now, it's June 1st. The QA beta branch has not been updated. Rockstar still has to get content out from the previous DLC. So it really doesn't shock me that nothing is going to be coming out in the month of June. However, they might do something similar to what they did in 2017. You guys know in 2017, we got Gun Running in June, and then in August, we got Smuggler's Run. Now, what's important about that is, as I mentioned earlier, Rockstar have confirmed something regarding nightclubs, like a new DLC, is coming out in summer of 2018. They tweeted the album artwork, so it's coming. And summer is any month between June, July, August, and September. There's dates in all 4 of those months that technically could be considered summer. So Rockstar really has plenty of time here to release this update. They aren't bound by any strict timeline. So it wouldn't shock me if we didn't see this Nightclub update till August or maybe even early September. September might be pushing it a little too close to RDR2, so I'm thinking July and August, probably the 2 likely months here. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be wondering, could the business consolidation update come out in June? And I think the answer is no. According to the last leak we looked at, it said the business consolidation thing is still happening, though we don't know when it's going to be occurring. So I don't think it would come out in June. Again, the business consolidation update kind of seems like the last DLC for online. So I don't think it would come out before another big update like the nightlife stuff or the nightclub stuff. So let's talk about why this update might have actually gotten a delay. There's a good chance that it was just part of Rockstar's plan all along to, not have an update come out in June. As unlikely as that sounds, as a lot of people are off work, they're on vacation, they're out of school. It seems like it would be a perfect time to release a DLC like this. Maybe there was something wrong with the update. Maybe there was like a game-breaking glitch or bug, and Rockstar didn't feel comfortable about trying to get it out in the month of June because, as you know, there's an approval process for all these updates. They have to send it to Sony, Microsoft, Steam, get it approved. They have to do all the testing for it with QA beta, which we obviously haven't seen them update yet at all, which means at a minimum, we're 2 to 4 weeks away. So again, it really doesn't shock me, and it might have been something like that where, they did have a bug or a problem with some of the DLC, cars or content that was supposed to come in the update itself. So let me talk to you guys about the best case scenario and then probably the most likely scenario. So best case scenario is maybe during the middle or later part of June, we get another update. Now, I'm not sure what that would be. Probably another filler update, maybe something small that includes the 4th of July content, just like how back in January 2016, we got those 2 Benny's vehicles, but we also got a Valentine's Day update that was packaged in that. Hopefully we get something like that. That would be pretty awesome to sort of tie us over to the nightclub stuff. And then in July or August, that's when we get the big nightclub update that features those 2 DLCs in one. And everything is all good, and that sort of leads us into Red Dead Redemption 2. However, what I think is going to occur is we're likely just going to get event weeks over the month of June. And I know that's going to upset a lot of you guys. It's not the greatest news, I know, But knowing Rockstar, they're probably just going to do event weeks for the month of June. I'm assuming sometime in early July, we'll either get new information on the update or more teases. People will get hyped for that, and then the update will, of course, eventually come out. But that's going to be a long month of June. But keep in mind, in the month of June, they're still going to be releasing some stuff. The new Transform races, the Jester Classic, the Creator Update. So there is technically still going to be new content in June. It just might not be the content we're really all that looking forward to. So don't worry, guys. The Nightclub update is basically still all but confirmed. The 4 Instagram posts from the musical artist and the post by Rockstar pretty much guarantee that it is going to be coming out. It looks like we're just going to have to wait a little bit longer in order to get this update into the game. And when the Nightclub does come out, it's going to be a massive update. You know, there's going to be so much drip feeding going on because of all the vehicles. But it also begs the question, what other update is it being combined with? You know, is it being combined with something else that might have been saved, like Hipsters Part 2, or maybe like a Mansions update or something like that? Who really knows? I'll leave that discussion with you guys in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. Let me know what you think and more. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.